Hello guys, welcome back to the Kendall's Creations and Knitting podcast. My name is Kendall. Today is Saturday, May 7th. I know my podcasts are usually out on Fridays, but since I have a job, I work on Fridays and decided now would be the best time to do it. My next podcast episode will be out on a Friday just because that's like prom weekend and stuff, so I'm gonna have to record it on Thursday and just have it upload on Friday. So sorry for the wonky schedule. It'll be on Saturdays, minus next week from now on. But there's quite a lot to talk about. I roll up my sleeves. So finished objects. First things first, we have. Alright. My swimmer's lane socks. They're a little stretched out because I wore them, and so yeah. Put out a call for test knitters for these on either Sunday or Monday. The call is closing today. I'll be contacting my test knitters right when I'm done recording this. So I actually got a couple, which I'm very happy about, and one of them I actually test knit my meditation socks for, so I'm super excited about that. Sorry. And so the test knit will run for quite a while. I think it's running to like the end of the month. And then the pattern will be out sometime in early June. But very excited. Like, this is my first pattern, and it's like, wow. Second finished object. There's still a ton of stitch markers in it, and I still have to weave in a ton of ends. And block it, of course. But my little improvised raglan sweater, where the ribbing is folding up because of course it is. I talked about this last week and how I want to finish it because it was on hold. It's been on hold since November, and then immediately after I recorded the last podcast episode, I picked it back up. And I finished this, I want to say a week ago? Last Friday or Saturday? Something like that. I don't know. But I finished it. Just has to get the ends woven in, the crazy amount of stitch markers taken off, and it has to get blocked. But all of the knitting is done. And so those are my two finished objects. Now onto whips. I have two. Ooh, that's yarn. This first one you have seen for a while. There's not much progress on it because I needed to use the needles that the cable it was on for my sweater, and so this was on hold for a little while, but I picked it back up once I finished it and did a couple of rows. This is my little secret crop by Jessie Made Designs. And I forgot the yarn again because I have an awful memory. And Berroco Pima 100, and the color is 8487. It's very pretty. I like it. I don't know how many inches I'm at, but I know it's not enough. So this will get done sometime. Don't know when, but it will. And then my next whip is a shock to nobody. It's a pair of socks. These are, I think it's just the library socks. Yep. Library socks by, I'm seeing if there's a name. The Kitchen Sink Shop on Ravelry. The pattern will be linked in the description as well as all of my other patterns except for the swimmer's lane socks because there is no pattern for that officially out yet. And then my raglan, which is just an improvised little thing by me. But here they are. I cast this on 2 days ago, I want to say. And I have the cuff and 1.5 repeats of the pattern done. It's a 4-row repeat. And this is knit in a yarn you guys have seen before. This is my Forage Fiber Company Spring Tonal and Spring Green. I love her yarn so much. I made my DNA socks out of her desk fingering, and so I absolutely love it. And I'm starting to like 2x2 rib for cuffs, because my winter sun socks were also 2x2 rib. I think my skipping stone socks were too, but like it's been a while since I did those, and I kind of am starting to like it. But yeah, so that's this. It's just a little baby. But this is probably going, this and then my next cast on, which I'll have to talk about in a second, will be knit pretty tandemly. But let me put this over here. And then onto acquisitions. There is quite a few, so I'm going to start off with the boring one. I mean, it's not boring to me, but it's not yarn. I got another set of my 32-inch Cowgirl red lace circulars. This is in US 2.75 millimeters because I want to get into color work, because I had a really cute pattern idea for color work, and I need to learn how to do color work on socks first. And so I found some patterns. It was actually recommended to me by Typical Bliss's someone in her Discord. It is the Midwinter Socks set by Summer Leon Ravelry. It'll be linked below. There's 3 socks, and I want to do it. I just think I want to wait until after school is finished, so like most of my attention can be on it, and it's not like one row every day, I think, or at least until so essentially until school's over, which my last day of school is the 17th, so it's in 10 days, and so it's soon. Okay, now on to the fun stuff. I have 2 of the same yarn. This is from Knitcrates. It was the April base, I want to say. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce this, but that's the name of it, and I don't really want to butcher it. I got 2 of them, and I like how they're different. Like, they're not exactly the same, which I really like. Yeah, so, and it's very beautiful. The like theme was, why am like forgetting the name of it? It's like conservatory, I want to say, but beautiful. I will be using these in socks eventually, because this is the sock base. It is 65% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, and 10% tencel. I don't know what that is. I think it's the little shiny stuff that's kind of in it, but it's not like a lot, so I like it. But these will be made into some beautiful little socks. And then my last acquisition, which I talked about last podcast, that just has not yet delivered yet, was, sorry for the crinkling, bag, that fell. My delirium fiber arts order. This is in Mermaid Odyssey, and this is so freaking pretty. This is their Loki fingering, which is a 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon blend, and I love it so much. Like, oh, this is getting wound up and cast on today. And what am I casting on, you might ask? One second. I am casting on a second pair of my swimmer's lane socks, because since my test knit starts today, after I contact the test knitters and put them into a group chat on Instagram, I will be casting on with them and making a pair alongside them, just so I can kind of, not like gauge how they're doing, but like see what's going on, and like, you know, just so I can. And I'm gonna use this yarn because the yarn I used for the prototype was just the basic pink, and this is a little bit more fun. And since the pattern, there's not like, let me put this, it's not a very busy pattern, so there's not like a lot going on. It's not like cables and like a stitch that can get lost in a lot of colors, because it's just knits and slip stitches. I think this is a good yarn to use for it. And it's so pretty. I am so in love with it. And I definitely plan to buy a lot more yarn soon. And yes, but I told myself I'm not gonna buy yarn until this is gone, this is gone, and one of these is either getting worked up or is gone. So I don't know how long that'll take, but except for as a graduation gift for myself, if I'm not at that level, if I'm not done with all this yet, and I make it to commencement, I will buy something before commencement that should get delivered around my commencement. And so that'll be my other little gift to myself. And if I get both, I'll just order 2 yarns because, yeah. And I was gonna show something else. I forgot what it was. Oh, my phone. So as you guys know, I record these podcasts on my phone. And if you notice like a change in how I look, like the quality and stuff, it's because I got a new phone. And there was a bit of a story time behind how and why I got a new phone. So I actually have my old phone. I don't know. Oh no, I shoved it under all of this stuff. It's right here. So this is my old phone. This is what you guys like know me from, this phone right here. But I was at work on Wednesday, on my 3rd day of work, and my phone was in the back pocket of my jeans. And I was sitting in a chair opening mail. I was like, it's one of the chairs where like the back and the seat weren't connected, so like there was a gap. I adjusted in my chair, and this had a case on it, no screen protector, but this fell out of my back pocket and landed face first on the tile floor. I picked it up, and it was black with a blue line going across like right here, and couldn't do anything. Tried to restart it, tried to do everything, but it just was not working. And so I had to call my mom from my work, like from a work phone, to tell her that my phone broke and that we have to go get a new phone. So I got a new phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy S22, and I really like it. And so I had to get this, and then I had to get a case for this and a screen protector for this phone, and it was not a fun Wednesday. It was very, like, I didn't get home until like 8:30, which is not normal for me on a Wednesday. It's normal for me on a Tuesday, but definitely not on a Wednesday. And it was just long and exhausting because I also had my AP Psychology test the day before, so I was still like drained from that. And I have 2 more AP tests next week. I have calculus at 8 a.m. on Monday morning, and then I have biology Wednesday. Yay! And so, oh well. And then I'm done with AP testing, and I can not have to use any more brain power for the rest of school. Anyways, that was a tangent. But that is all I've like gotten and stuff. Sorry, it's like kind of a short episode this week. Sorry, this is kind of a short episode. 1, I talk fast, and 2, there's not like a lot to talk about. I mean, you know, my sock pattern pretty cool in my opinion. And everything else is kind of just like, you've seen most of this stuff, and then like yarn, which isn't like hard to explain. But I do think that is all. I'm like 90. Oh no! So last podcast, I forgot to tell you guys a finished object I had, because I don't have it with me because it was a gift for a friend. I made my friend a penguin. I crocheted him a penguin out of Loops and Threads Sweet Snuggles yarn. So it was a big penguin, because his favorite animal's a penguin, and it was his birthday, so that was his little gift from me, because I'm the best person ever, I know. And so I forgot to tell you guys, I don't have a picture of it. I told myself to take a picture, and then I didn't, but oh well. So that was really fun to make, aside from all of the little like like fibers that came off of the yarn because I made it on my bed because that's where I do most of my knitting and crochet. And so my bed was covered in like black and gray little fibers for like 3 days. It was an interesting experience, to say the least. So I think now that is all for this episode. I will see you guys in a little bit less than 2 weeks because prom. Hopefully I will have a decent amount to talk about. And yeah, that is all. I will see you guys in about 2 weeks. Ooh, that's a bag. In about 2 weeks.